I just want to know how my day started. Frank's here today, and Brett. Bank America.
Bank of America.
Bank of America? That's how your day started?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Hey, let's turn this music off.
I want you guys to be the jury.
Okay.
I wrote a check to a business for $2,000
Okay.
in March.
That's chump change for you. You got that in your back pocket.
Okay, this is the problem. Just let me follow through.
All right.
Got to listen for a minute.
Okay.
Zip it. Okay. So March 17th, somebody cashed a check. I accidentally, instead of paying Verizon, they paid Visual Edge. Well, Visual Edge never got the check, and the statement comes in December for a copying machine. So you get the statement in December, but I knew I had a $2,000 credit. No big deal. I've been doing business with them for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when I sent, I was like, oh, no big deal. I'll just get a credit. They said, well, we never got.
Welcome to Table Talk.
Yeah, we never got the check. I said, okay. Well, you cashed it. They go, no, we didn't cash it. So Bank America, 2 hours and 43 minutes.
My gosh, you were waiting online for 2 hours and 43 minutes?
It took me 15 people, but they said that they have a 6-month policy because I didn't recognize it in 6 months. They don't want to. They know what's on the back of the check. So if you write a check to Brent and I say I paid you $2,000, on the back of the check, it has numbers on there.
Yeah.
They would know who cashed it.
Correct.
I said, listen, I've been doing business 25. I'm really mad about this.
Yeah.
Like they said, I'm like, well, you need to figure it out, or let me know who's on the back of the check so I know who cashed the check, right? So if I wrote you a check, Frank, for $2,000 in March, and all of a sudden you thought I paid you go, hey, Ron, in December, like you owe me that $2,000. I'm like, no, I paid you.
Yeah, you can. The serial number comes back, they match it.
Well, you said I never got that money, but I'm thinking the whole time they did, and I know the people that I'm doing business with.
Right.
I've done it with 20 years, but that's the start of my day. So I'm fighting,
Do we have a resolution, or are we still on?
No, I'm now. Listen, after 2 hours, and it's funny because Waltrip was here last night with his daughter's birthday, and I'm on the phone literally like it was 4:30 till 7 o'clock, and the last thing they said, they'll escalate it. I'm like, escalate it? You told me that before. Escalate it. I said, look, I need to know. Either A, I'm going to get a lawyer. I got to figure this out. I need to know who cashed the check, because maybe the company I sent it to did, they just don't realize they cashed it. That's one option, right? 2, Technicom used to own the company, and maybe Technicom got a hold of the check and accidentally cashed it. And 3, somebody cashed it. But it's going to be on the back of the check. Don't you think those serial numbers will know where it went?
They should be able to track it right away.
But my thing, fraud is the fraud. Bank of America should back me up, because I wrote a check to you. They technically, whoever took that check, a bank, they shouldn't cash it.
Right. Unless their name was on it.
Right. But that wasn't the case. But I think with mobile, and I'm not sure about this, I don't know if you can just put anything you want in mobile and they don't catch it. So maybe they didn't catch it.
You mean a mobile check?
A mobile check.
Yeah. No, I've cashed checks mobily, and they want the front and the back.
What if it says Bill Smith on it, and you know what? And you cash it as Frank Garcia. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then the person that cashed it's going to be in a lot of trouble for cashing a.
Oh, you deposit. I'm saying Bill Smith wrote you a check for $2,000. Right. Somebody. But the problem is they're saying, and I get why the 6 months. But you get my thing. They just got a statement. I didn't think anything of it.
So did you just go to the fraud department?
Oh, yeah, I called up. Trust me, 800-555, whatever it is. I mean, it's fucking, trust me.
It was the hotline?
Oh, yeah. It took me a while to get to the right person.
Right. So once you got to the right person, they said it's going to be 6 months before they resolve this?
No,
because a lot of times what they'll do is they'll give you the money back, right? And then they'll give it right away.
Well, I screwed up because I didn't let them know within 6 months.
Oh.
Because remember that
he missed the time.
You missed the time frame.
Yeah, or that's what they're running.
And Technicom does their statement based on how much you use their equipment.
Okay.
How many spins on the color and black and white and stuff.
Yeah, so they're trying to protect themselves from somebody coming back 7 months later, 8 months later, and saying, "Oh, what happened to my money?"
Harder for them to research it.
Yeah, that's right.
And I agree, $2,000. It's the principle to me. Like somebody, I want to know who cashed that check.
Correct.
Maybe Frank did. Maybe you did. Like I don't know who did it, but somebody took that Visual Edge check and put it.
You've never written a check to me in your life.
No,
we work in cash only.
Yeah, I know. You got a lot of money in gold. Biggest sandbagger out there ever.
Oh my gosh.
You know what a sandbagger means?
Yes.
Yeah, he's he gets on the golf.
He's holding back a little bit.
Some people, they just do better when pressure is extreme. And when I'm playing with Ron, the bet is always going to get extreme. So he puts the pressure on you.
Right.
Right. So he should be mad at himself when those bets get ridiculous. I've seen him pay $500 to a guy for jumping in a lake, trying to retrieve a golf ball with alligators in it.
Right, but I'd rather pay you $20.
Yeah, you would. I mean, he's going to be mad at me for taking $20 on a golf match, but he's going to pay the guy $500 for jumping in the lake.
John Love, I'll never forget. We were with BB Belk and them, and I was down a little bit, and John goes, "You're playing bad." I'm like, and at that time I was 9 handicap, and I was so mad at John, we were almost fighting.
You and John?
Yeah, it was the only time I was fought because he goes, "You're not playing good." I'm like,
he called you out.
Okay, so then I went on Old Sycamore. I'll never forget the rest of my life, and I don't care. I'm not lying. 16 I birdied, 17 I birdied, and 18 I birdied.
Birdied with strokes or just birdied?
Birdied.
Really birdied?
And that's when I was good.
Yeah.
But
I remember those. I played with you with those
But long
days.
story short, I never bet those guys again. I never went with John again. But we broke even, by the way. It wasn't like we won. Because 18 at Old Sycamore, you can get there in 2 back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, you get driver or 3-wood on the green.
Well, I remember when you and I were out there at the Ocean Club in Kiowa, and we were playing, and I'd played really well that day. There wasn't a bunch of wind. I was probably like
it was hot as shit.
It was hot as can be. And thankfully, they gave us a golf cart because Ron didn't want to go. And I don't blame him because he was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this. It's hot out here. And it was like 100 degrees, and we were out there playing, even though it was the ocean. But there wasn't much wind.
I thought the ocean would make it better.
Yeah, it didn't. But the last 2 holes, guess who won the money? And it was all double down. I'm going to press.
All playing.
Yeah, his middle name should be Press.
Yeah.
Ron Press Herbert.
Yeah, well, the good thing about you when you pay for $5 is you can do it. You play with some of the because some other guys that I play with, I know the guys you play with. Yeah,
they're not betting $5.
No. But I don't know how we got to that. But that Bank America, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'll let you know.
On the shit list.
But I came in here wanting to like if I could punch somebody or just.
Really?
Well, I was riveted.
You're still mad?
I'm mad at I do a lot of business.
I know somebody that works for Bank of America that deals exactly with what you're talking about, and they're trying to create, ways to improve their customer experience. So that you would be the perfect person to talk to on what they could do better, all right, to improve their customer experience.
Well, I think that
what could they do better?
My personal bank. Well, I think first thing is get somebody that understands, and I get rules, and I definitely. I get the rule. 6 months, they're done with it, right?
Yeah, you have policies, you have rules.
But there's exceptions to the rule. And if they understood it, if I showed them a statement with Technicom and said, look, we settle out every year. They want to know what they basically say is use 20,000 black and white copies and 10,000. They bill you out. It's $2,900 for the year. And I go, okay, I pay you $2,900.
So did you make the mistake?
No, I only mistake I made was paying them a little early, but I didn't think anything of it because I've done business.
Okay.
I paid them March 17th instead
Right
of
now,
December.
we mainly just need the check for research purposes to figure out who cashed it.
I
Start
have the
there.
check. I have the back and front side of the check. It was a bill pay. Somebody took it out of the mailbox and
oh.
So
Well,
it
you
is
didn't say
fraud.
all that.
Yeah. We missed that.
We
Very
missed that very important piece that somebody took it out of the mailbox.
well, we don't know. We're guessing. We're
Okay.
assuming.
That's what you're guessing.
Well, we know Visual Edge. We mailed it to that. Could they have made a mistake and went in their bank account? Maybe they just didn't see
Man,
it.
people make mistakes all the
And
time.
it counted and went, okay, that's the first thing. Then you go Technicom, who Visual Edge bought out. My friend Randy, they bought him out.
So here's the problem with what
Jim Reagan.
So here's the problem with what you're saying. A lot of times, people pay forward, right? Because they know that they're going to use that system. So, for example, if you were doing your budget and you knew that AT&T was going to be your server, and you didn't want to have to write them 12 checks, you pay the whole year out in front.
Yeah, that's not what happened.
I understand that, but that company is going to accept that check because they don't know whether you're paying it forward or not.
Right, no doubt. So it'll be a credit.
Right.
Credit
It'll be a credit, correct.
So they got the bill. So we got. I just wanted to know who did it, but it took 2 hours. Now the good thing is the people were real nice, like Daisy. Number, just so you know.
Don't call them out.
Thanks, Daisy.
Cheat PD 721 7K.
Yeah.
Okay,
Come
that's
by
her
Red
ID
Rocks.
number. But her ID number, she was real nice. I said, "What's your ID?" Just in case, because I want to. I call her in person. We'll see what happens. It's exciting, but.
So at the end of the day, when you leave your customer review and they ask you for your, to leave your feedback, what are you going to say?
I'm going to tell them no right now because they're not understanding. I want them to understand, but I don't know because I broke the policy. So there is a policy that you have to read in the disclaimer.
Right.
But whoever reads the disclaimer in anything, like really.
So everybody at that bank, just so you know, is afraid to pull the trigger because there's always somebody above them, right? And they're afraid to make those decisions without checking into their superiors. And they're always going to use that as the example or the reason for saying, I can't do this.
I'm going up the ladder.
Yeah.
So, Ken Lewis was my business partner at the beginning here.
Mm-hmm.
So with he gave to his son, and, he's out of the bank, but I would call him. I mean, I would call him.
You could call him.
Yeah.
What's he going to do for you?
But
tell you the same thing that you go through the process.
It's funny about disclaimers because I thought of a situation. This is where our podcast goes sometimes, right? But I was
we just don't know where it's going.
But I was skydiving, right? Have you ever go skydiving?
Hell no.
Okay, well,
I leave that to Jess. Jess is the skydiver. She's the risk taker.
Jess would know. They give you a little video class before, didn't watch it. They give you a thing to sign, didn't really listen. Okay, long story short.
I mean, luckily it's just like riding a bike. No dangers whatsoever.
You're only at 10,000 feet up in the air
at
jumping.
At that time, you couldn't be over 210 pounds. I was 195.
That's my excuse. I can never jump.
Yeah. So
I'd have to go back to 8th grade.
I just sink through the air, so.
Well, when I got up there, I was like, holy shit. I'm like, we got up in the clouds, and Jess has done it. We got up in the clouds, and I was like, holy shit. And then Angela Cope.
How do you get yourself to take that first step?
Well, I'll tell you what,
or do they push you?
Do you remember?
You don't get a choice.
Do you remember Angela Cope, race car driver?
Yeah.
Oh, she's like, I'm going first. She went out. She's all happy. Like, she's doing flips and all this bullshit. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, shit, I got to go on the last one. I'm like, my heart rate's up. The only thing they tell you to do that you did tell me,
that
so you don't have a heart attack, is you scream the first 1,000 feet.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going, all the way down. All of a sudden, they pull you up. Well, that's what I should listen to.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know your shoulders. It's kind of a pickup.
Yeah. It yanks you.
And then finally,
it's kind of like hitting the brakes.
You go to the ground. But back to the disclaimer. The problem is I was watching news one day, and the guy and the tandem had a heart attack behind you. So what if I didn't listen?
Oh, my gosh.
Would you have known, Jess, what to do?
Absolutely not. No.
Well, the problem is if that guy dies behind you, you're going to be able to have to pull something. So you wonder, like, you're just going to go, wee! And then, like...
Is there any way you can get him off?
I don't know.
He's already dead.
Yeah, I know. Loosen the load.
I couldn't ask mine if he was suicidal that day, though.
Yeah.
Like,
No, when you land, it's kind of tricky, right? I mean, like, you got to...
You got to run.
I mean, I was, like, having fun. I'm glad I went, but... I saw Angela. She was so happy we landed. She was like, "Oh, this is so great." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it was really great."
Well, I remember being at Bank of America just a couple weeks ago with your tickets. Thank you very much, by the way, for offering your tickets up. I had to pay for them, but that's neither here nor there. But they were parachuting into the stadium and it was a windy day. And all the Army and the Rangers and these guys had done so many jumps, et cetera. But as experienced as they were doing those things, a couple of them still landed like really, really hard. I'm like, oh gosh, that guy's knees are broken, right? I mean, they landed and just collapsed. And I guess you're supposed to hit and roll. I don't know how you do it, but is that the way they teach you? Is that when you
try to run?
You're asking the guy that didn't listen to the video.
I know I did good. I was in shape then. I did good when I landed. But did the guy land right or not?
No. Well, I mean, they survived, but I'm thinking, these guys are old.
But they're not even skydiving. They're using those.
Did you
they were
see that?
They were parachuting in.
Did you see the college game where the guy came up short and hit the cable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That happened just, a week or two ago?
Well, I mean, the wind is a variable that I don't know how you predict, other than when you get out there and experience tells you, you're going to move this far, that you're going to come down this
I
hard.
got an idea now. I'm going to give a gift to somebody like, I'll get you a free skydiving gift to people I like but don't like. And say, and then say to the guy,
Here's your fate.
Take this as a gift.
Make it
you
a
watch
rough
the
ride.
video.
Yeah, we'll make it a rough ride at least. Like,
Pretend, you know what you should do? Pay the guy behind, the guy that's supposed to control it, to not say a word
tandem.
and act like he's just unconscious, and see if they paid attention or not. The person in front, you would have
could-
crapped your pants.
so you don't think can you go up in a plane like that? You think it's too high?
I skydived once. Once
Yeah,
I was
that's
good.
cool.
Yeah. Crossed it off the list. I'm good.
I'm afraid of heights. I'll be the first to admit I don't like heights. I don't like
So
standing.
you wouldn't climb Mount Everest?
No, well, I mean, they got a
people
lot
that do
shorter
that,
mountains that I can get the same.
But-
I climbed that little one. I don't have to climb that big
Did you
one and
ever
put my
climb
life at
Camel?
risk.
Did you ever go to Camel Mountain?
A Camelback in Arizona.
No, here.
Camel Mountain?
No, it's not called Camel. It's down in Gastonia. What's it called? That little mountain you go up.
Crowder Mountain.
Yeah, you ever done that?
I've went around. I mean, I don't see
Did
any
you ever go up it?
to the very top.
Yeah.
No, I've been to the one over by the lake.
You should do Crowder Mountain one time because I was in shape, but I went with Lauren then. And they're like, we're going to go. And I'm like, okay.
Do they have
And
horses or donkeys that can take me?
I'll tell you now, dude. I was like, that's when I think I was drunk. And
Donkeys are strong. They can carry 300 pounds.
Well, don't go hungover or dehydrated because I
Okay.
was definitely hungover. Well, I'm like climbing up this damn thing. I'm like, shit. I'd stop every 15 minutes, but it's a cool view once you get up.
Yeah.
It'd be cool for your kid, for real. Practice.
See, that I would be scared to death, right? Because my son would be like looking over the edge.
Well, no, you wouldn't.
Now he's kind of afraid of heights too.
But you wouldn't. You don't have to go to the edge. But I think it's. Be honest with you, I think it's one of the cooler things to do. Excuse me, in Charlotte.
No,
think
I
it's
have.
cooler.
Well, it might be for some people, but for me, I like my feet on the ground. I don't like skateboarding. I like to be in control.
So, what would you like to do? Like that's more like
Life-
Thrill.
Life-
I would.
Yeah,
I would.
thrill-seeking.
I would do a race car. Going
Have you
fast.
ever done that?
Over at the track. I mean, but they
Yeah,
don't let
okay.
you go. But
160.
80
yeah,
or something.
no, it's not even that. They don't let you go 160.
Now 160. They moved it up a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But still, it's.
I mean, my fastest I've gone in a car is 120 miles, right? And that's just enough so you don't fall down those banks, right? So if you can start climbing up the bank a little bit, then you're going fast enough. But that was a controlled environment. That's probably about. I'm not a thrill seeker. I'm a calculated risk taker. I'm not a thrill seeker. I don't need to be like, oh, adrenaline. That made me feel great.
Well, we're going to pivot again to Camelback, but I'll never forget I went with Denny and Jason White.
Crowder.
No, I went to Camelback in Phoenix.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So before, when I was really in good shape, I would run around that damn thing and no problem. Well, I went up, I would say, 5 minutes into the trip, and it was straight up. And I said, dude, I'm hungry. Water. And he goes, oh, you're fine. I'm like, oh, it's hot. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah, you're in Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot.
Weird.
So I'm with Jason, who's, good shape, Denny.
Yeah.
I get up, I don't know, probably right to the ledge. Next thing you know, I pass out. So I'm on the ground. I'm laying here like, I'm literally.
We may need to find video.
And
of
I
this.
swear to God, yeah.
Someone's got it.
And I know Denny doesn't forget, but he'll forget. But he said, don't die on us. I thought I was. Some lady walks by with like water. And I grab it.
You stole her water and you poured it
Pouring
on.
it over me. And I'm like, I thought I'd die, but that
You had
that's
heat
not my
stroke.
Heart rate. That heart rate.
You had heat stroke.
But the worst of my friends is they go, you can go back and we'll walk to the top. Now I think they should have walked down with me to make sure I was okay. They didn't.
They figured you'd steal somebody else's water. You beat somebody up
Yeah,
and
I
take the
remember I
water.
went to Subway like immediately after.
Was Jared there?
Yeah, I was like, so climbing a mountain or skydiving, Mount Everest, and I guess
Climbing a mountain's not really thrill-seeking, though, unless you're doing Mount Everest, because you have a potential of dying. Camelback Mountain is most people aren't going to die climbing Camelback Mountain.
Well, I wonder if I could crutch up though. See, you could die If your heart rate isn't good, you got to be careful.
Yeah, if you're very out of shape, sure, something like that. I mean, just being outside when it's 110 is probably some.
What would you do
some
risk taking? You sound like a wimp.
I am. I told you.
Really, you
I
are.
told you. I am. I don't
poor
have.
Braxton.
Yeah, I mean,
Jess got to take him skydiving. She's got to take him up the mountain.
She's nuts. She's done it all.
Get tattoos,
Yeah, I mean, she's nuts. She'll jump out of planes. She'll climb mountains. She'll bungee jump.
Yeah,
I mean,
who wants to do that?
I'm not bungee
Would you
jumping.
do that one with Rich? No way, that one, the bungee jump.
I'm thankfully, all right. We
did.
live in America, and they give you specifications that you can't be over 220 pounds.
Yeah.
230 pounds. Because I've never been that since maybe like 8th grade. So I disqualified myself right away. But I was in Australia, New Zealand. 1 year we were in high school.
Less rules.
And it's so much. I mean, there's no rules. It's like jump at your own risk. You have to sign the waiver. You're risking your life. We are not responsible if you kill yourself, basically. And this is the same. This is the same adventure that they do those water rides on the jet skis that they go through like 100 miles an hour through these little caves and turns, and you are like literally going to hit rocks and could die. Right, and all it takes is one jump of those boats, and you're right in the side of those rocks. But yeah, I didn't do either one of them. By
Would
the way.
you zip tie? What about zip line? You ever do that?
Hell no. What?
Would you do that? Yeah.
Oh, zip line. What's the thrill in that?
I'm gonna ask a question. Does that mean that your son doesn't get to take advantage of that?
No, he can do whatever within reason. But he's like his dad.
Would you take him to a zoo?
Of course.
Just making sure.
Of course.
I didn't know if you were scared
What's
of
the
that.
danger in going to?
I would rather. So here.
You might be scared of the lion.
So no. So here.
Oh, I don't want the lion to jump over the fucking fence. I would never go to the zoo. I used to make God at the zoo. I love the zoo, man. I'll tell you right now. If you have a
We
date,
do
take him to
actually
the zoo.
have
Take you to the zoo.
tigers now in our search history. Though.
If we could ever find Jennifer Welch, ask her when I was 28, and I would take her to the zoo, and we would cuddle up and watch the giraffes. And the zoo was kind of cool. I like the zoo.
The zoo.
I feel like, yeah.
Well, I mean, I know, and you
little
want
freaky.
and you wonder why you're single right now. Let's go to the zoo, honey. Let's go look at
Date night at the zoo.
Let's go look at the gorillas.
What would you do? The worst thing you've ever done?
I would rather be in a cage with a live gorilla or a lion than go down a zip line.
We can make this happen.
Or go down a zip line or jump out of a plane.
Now, be honest. You were a center in football, right?
Yeah.
NFL. How hard was it? Especially the rules now, they're not allowed to do it. But you got attacked every time, right? And when you were doing long snap, or
Yeah,
like
I mean, I looked at it more. I was doing the attacking. I wasn't getting attacked. I mean, I'm not getting taken advantage of as I'm playing out there.
But the defensive linemen were crushing you, right? Like,
Why would they? No, I'm crushing them.
Okay,
you don't
no,
last 10 years with
doesn't
somebody
have a lot of
crushing
faith
you,
in-
right? I mean, he saw me play.
I would fear a guy like
I can't-
Hayward last night. Hayward is 330 pounds.
No,
You were probably.
I'd eat them for lunch.
How heavy were you then?
290,
You were
295.
290, so you don't think a guy like that, you don't know.
Not even worried about it. No, you know why? Because I'm in control, right? When I'm out of control and don't have the ability to control my surround, I have the ability to control myself there. I can move right, I can move left, I can use my physical attributes, I can do all those things.
How about this one? If you ever mad at the quarterback and just say, "Fuck, I'm not going to block,"
No.
Has any lineman ever done that? Like,
I'm sure, but they don't last very long. Oops, I slipped, kind of thing. It may have happened to Cam every now and then with somebody that he pissed off, but you can't do those things. You don't do those things. You don't just.
I think the Chargers' offensive line is questionable on that.
and the Steelers.
Yes.
I don't think the Steelers were still trying to block.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think of the games last
Which
night?
ones? The Panthers or the Steelers?
Well, the Panthers. Well, the Steelers we know. I mean, I get shit for the Steelers, but they had a great year. They were 10-7 with Aaron Rodgers, who's 42.
Made the
and
playoffs.
they played a great team to the fourth quarter. And
The Panthers and the Steelers were kind of in the same situation. They both backed their way into the playoffs. The Steelers not so much, although the Ravens kicker missed a chip shot
Cookies.
to these are the best things ever.
Oh, yeah.
See, I mean, now you're talking. This is the way you bribe an offensive lineman to come back.
We're trying to make it to where you can't zip line or jump out of a plane.
Well, I
Done.
tell you, the Panthers, I think that it's like the college football. I don't agree with the format. I think the better record team should be at home field. So the two best records won the game. Houston was a better team this year by record. And our division and the Panthers division was weaker this year.
Yeah.
A lot of times the Steelers were 9-7, but the Baltimore Ravens were really good. They won the Super Bowl in the Super Bowl. This year, the NFC West seems like they're the strongest division.
Yeah.
So if you look at
Well,
Tampa
we beat the Rams earlier here at home.
yeah, but
And I know a lot of things had to happen. I'm not suggesting the Panthers were better than the Rams. The Rams are one of the top 3 teams in the NFL. It's going to, in my opinion, it's going to come down to the Seahawks. The winner of the Seahawks-Rams game is going to the Super Bowl, right? And I think the Bills and the Patriots are the 2 best teams in the AFC. And I think, those you could flip a coin to who could win those games. The Seahawks are going to be at home, like you said. They
Michael
won that
Ransom
division.
said the Texans. I was laughing because they beat the Steelers. I mean,
The Steelers are the place that you least want to be
get a cookie,
in
Frank,
sports.
'cause I haven't eaten.
Right? I'll
these are
definitely-
fresh too. Give one to Jess.
Yeah, she doesn't like
Jess,
sweets.
come on over for a cookie.
She doesn't like sweets, but no, she doesn't like. She likes donuts instead.
Oh.
The Steelers are in the least favorable. They're in the place of mediocrity.
Right.
They make the playoffs every year since 2016 with Tomlin, and then they lose.
Well, the draft picks are part of it. They
Lose because they're picking late. They're stuck in mediocrity. Right? I mean,
would you rather have
I would rather lose.
So you'd rather be the Browns and be 3 and
No,
12?
for 1 or 2 years to build your team.
They've been bad every year.
Well, they continue to make bad decisions. They have Shador
Would you rather be
Sanders
the
playing
Bengals?
quarterback
The
for them.
Bengals are the same shit. They made it 1 year.
Well, they have a history of being bad. The Steelers, before they got Roethlisberger, didn't go through a great time there, Ron. There was I know with Bubby Brister, they went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Cowboys, but there was years there that they were thin. And they didn't make the playoffs several of those years. And then they got Cordell Stewart, and they played well, but they were one of those teams that was fringe playoff teams.
Well, I think, like Brett, we'll ask you the question: would you rather have a team that goes 9-7 every year, 10-6, or would you rather have a team that goes 3-15 every year, or 3-11, whatever the number is?
Well, that's a dumb question. No, but I'm going 3-15 so I can go 12-3 or 15-3.
You were with we on the Sunset Club, weren't you? 1-15.
No, I wasn't on that team.
But what were we? 1
Yeah, we were 1-15. We won our first game and lost 15 in a row. We beat the Vikings and lost every other game after that. At the time, it was
Wesley Walls. Was that him?
Yeah, well, that was Wesley's last year. That was George Seifert's last year.
Okay,
right?
I got a question for you then. How many seasons do you think you should be 3-15 before all of it starts coming together?
We'll use the Panthers as the example, right? They were 1-15. The next year, who did they get? Julius Peppers. The next year, who did they get? Steve Smith, right? Steve Smith became, a player for them. They got players because of where they're at. So for those 1 or 2 years, right, they kind of fell in the wayside. If you get lucky, which teams have to do through free agency, or get a Kurt Warner, or get a Steve Smith in the 3rd round, or get a Puka Nacua in the 5th round.
Surprise 3rd and 5th round guys.
Puka Nacua in the 5th round. All of a sudden, he makes you a great team because you have several of those guys. But in order to be a great team, you got to have a great quarterback, right? Or an exceptional defense, or an exceptional running game. Something has to stand out to make you dominant. Right? The Panthers didn't have an exceptional quarterback. They had Jake Delhomme, who was a sufficient quarterback, but other players around made him better. He just didn't make the mistakes until they lost to the Cardinals, where he turned the ball over 4 times.
Well, they were in the Super Bowl with him too.
And then the next year they went to the Super Bowl because they got some players, right? They got a running game. They got Stephen Davis.
You still have to coach them, though. I think you have to coach them right.
Well, of course. I mean, but coaching in the NFL isn't to the extreme that it is in college, right? Coaches aren't going to lose or win you games necessarily.
I love these cookies.
They're not going to win or lose you games in the NFL like they do in college. Like Cignetti right now, what he's doing at Indiana is incredible. It's absolutely amazing. He has a model. He goes and looks for guys that care more about winning than they do about their paychecks or getting the fame or the glory. And he surrounds himself with those guys. He has an incredible quarterback, and he has tough-nosed guys that all fit his system. And he's blowing through everybody, including Oregon, who I thought was going to be maybe the best team that could give them a chance, and they walked right through them.
Well, I don't think I think draft picks help, but I think coaching. You played it, and I can't answer.
Well, I think to be a dominant team, you got to have all those pieces.
But we lost. I tell you what, they made a mistake probably looking over because we're trying to get Austin on these go routes or whatever you want to call that. But Pickens, they probably should have kept, even his ego. You have to be able to coach and take the egos. I think you were in football.
Mike Martz said this to us when I was with the Rams, and we had as much talent as anybody ever on our team.
Greatest show on earth,
right? Greatest show on turf. And earth at the time.
Right.
But it is harder to coach talent than it is to coach guys that are 1 and 15. Right? When you coach 1 and 15, what do? You work harder, you go out there, you beat your heads against each other, you make each other tough, and you think that's going to make you better. When you're coaching talent, the most talented, the last thing you could do is go out there and do what you just said because you might get hurt. If Marshall Faulk got hurt in practice, Kurt Warner got hurt in practice, how do you coach these guys? What kind of schedule do you give them? What kind of egos are you managing? And that's the thing right now that these NFL teams are having to determine is how these egos that exist because of what's happening in college and high school. And
isn't that kind of maybe what a lot of people are saying to the downfall of the Eagles right now?
Right. I mean, you look at what happened.
Issues and
they lost their coordinator. Their offense has changed completely. People are unhappy because you're losing. They're not getting the ball like they have, and their offense has become vanilla. And it gets very old to beat your head against the wall and not getting any better. Right? We keep running the same stupid plays, and at some point those guys get paid too. They're gonna understand that it's hard to execute and beat a guy 9 times out of 10 to have that success.
Well, talent matters. I think coaching matters. I mean, I don't know.
Of course, it matters, but I don't think it's to the degree that people make it out to be. Right? I mean, ultimately, you have to have a standard. You have to have tradition. You have to see that trophy every time you come in and know that that's our goal. You have to, try to compete for excellence and not just go out there and.
You're telling the Steelers they should start losing games to get better draft picks.
I said no. That's not what I'm saying.
Well, what I'm saying, I'm asking you, would you rather be 9-7? You say no, but I'm saying that
for 1 year, that in order for them to regroup and reload. Right, because what they're doing wrong.
You're gonna have to lose then. You're gonna have to say.
Yeah, you're gonna have to suffer some failure. You're gonna have to go through some failure.
I'm saying, but they're programmed to win a little bit. They're not programmed to lose.
And so you're happy with them getting into the playoffs and losing every year because that's what they've done for.
But I don't know how you say to a guy, "We're gonna lose."
No, you don't. But you make choices and decisions to set your team up for multiple draft choices. You trade away the Pickens, you trade away these guys. You don't go get an Aaron Rodgers to get you just into the playoffs and then lose that first game.
It's the money,
you sit with the backups that you have in place and you get them better, knowing that you're going to suffer.
If your team is 9-7, whatever it is, and you're going to stay that way, basically because you're in that middle rut of not being able to get a great player, what's the best way to then
lose?
Well,
is that the formula? Do you lose or do you trade away, like you said, for better?
You trade away Christian McCaffrey. You trade away your better players. Your DJ Moore.
Your Micah Parsons.
You trade away your Micah Parsons. You hurt for a little bit to get better for the long term.
Yeah, but we've done that before.
It doesn't mean you go out there and intentionally try to lose. You're depleting the value of your players and your team so that you're going to be set up to lose.
I don't agree. Like, look at the Hornets, right? And also who you draft. You have to have it. There's more to it, as you well know. You're a professional footballer.
Of course.
Or you were. I mean, it's, I think you have to. I just think you have to.
Why have the Hornets never had any success?
Front office.
Because why? Bad decisions, bad choices, bad. You draft MKG with the number 2 pick.
There you go.
Right? Versus, the other guys that were available that have Hall of Fame careers behind him. You make bad decisions when you're in those positions to draft highly, and you draft Adam Morrison, right?
I know.
And those decisions,
Rex Chapman.
those decisions set you back for multiple years, right? You don't draft the guy that's
if we'd
supposed.
have got one beyond it, I mean, we were one ball away from that.
Oh, he got screwed. I mean, look at Cooper Flagg. I mean, Cooper Flagg's a perfect example, right? You know, we have an opportunity to be in the lottery, right? And the NBA, I think it's a little easier to kind of fudge games than it is the NFL because you have so many of them versus the NFL. You only got 17 of them. And, you know, there's a lot more moving pieces to winning a football game or losing a football game. In the NBA, you got 5 guys on the court. So, you know, there's a lot more that goes into those decisions. But it's easier to slough and to tank in the NBA than it is the NFL. No doubt.
No doubt. Yeah. I mean, plus you got people that want to get a job. Like the guy in the 53rd on the roster, whatever that guy's name, Skoranek for the Steelers. Right? He wants to play.
Right.
So it's not like you played with those guys. Steve Smith actually didn't play at the beginning, right? He was special teams.
No, they brought him as a kick returner, punt returner,
right,
and special teams guy, and he kept making plays. He kept showing up. He kept getting better. He kept making in practice those guys on the other side look foolish, and he earned himself an opportunity to showcase what he could do in a regular game. They threw him a ball, he goes 80 yards, and the rest is history. They throw him another ball, he goes 40 yards. They throw him another ball, he goes 20 yards. He breaks tackles, he makes plays. How do you keep a guy like that off the field? You don't, right? You play them. But that's where you see the value with finding those guys. Sometimes it's luck. Sometimes it's good GMs that understand what talent looks like. Even though he might not be 6'3" and run a 4.3, the guy's a competitive dude. He's going to go out there and make plays.
Well, the Steelers, I think, like we go to the Steelers this year. If they would have kept, I really think if they had kept Pickens, they got another win or two. That guy, Austin, I like him. He's fast, quick, but he's a slot guy. He's running these routes against a 6'4", deep. It looked like he's probably 6 defensive back. He can't even catch the ball over the guy. Like,
it seems like the Steelers, their culture has changed over the last couple of years with Tomlin. It feels like what's happening there is they're trying to bring in a quarterback, whether it was Russell Wilson a couple years ago or Aaron. Not to say, but to monitor the team and the egos and manage the players, because Tomlin, it feels like the inmates are running the asylum there.
Yeah, the philosophy's changed.
The philosophy has changed. Yeah. And when you have a guy like Pickens that is able to do whatever he wants and he plays with emotion and his feelings, and sometimes he plays hard and sometimes he doesn't, and you allow that culture to exist as the head coach, other players are going to fall into that culture, right? You hope that Russell Wilson is going to be able to get his arm around him and help him play better.
I think Rodgers would have done that with Pickens. I really do.
Well, I mean, we'll never know, right? I mean,
right. That would have been dangerous with him and what's our other? I can't think right now.
From Seattle.
From Steelers, yeah.
Yeah, Metcalf.
That'd have been a dangerous combination, right there.
Well, I mean, no doubt.
That go route last night wouldn't be mighty. Well, I like the guy.
Metcalf. I mean, Metcalf
Austin's like a midget, compared to those.
Yeah, guys. Metcalf last night. Aaron Rodgers threw a ball that hit him right in the hands. But that's the guy that you're relying on to take you to the next level.
He's done it,
and he's done it most times.
Right, he missed one. I mean,
he missed 2 games because of a foolish decision he made.
No doubt.
Right, and he gets back in the next game, and he goes out there and he drops the pass that might change the outcome of that game.
But Nico Collins was dropping passes too. He's one of the best.
Nico Collins got knocked out,
but he was dropping passes before that, and that guy's one of the best.
Right, and that's why. And what ended up winning that game last night?
I mean, even when you blocked in the NFL, even when I played basketball, every once in a while you miss it. You miss. So.
The Texans aren't built to win offensively. The Texans are built to win defensively.
No doubt.
The problem is with the Steelers is they brought in players in the secondary that can't tackle you or me, right? And the guy was a pretty good player, but when he's biting up on cover 3 and trying to take an underneath route last week against Baltimore, and the receiver's running right by him is wide open, it's a selfish decision. And why are they making those selfish decisions? Because the coach has allowed those decisions to exist, and there's no consequences for those decisions. Oh, well, you're trying to make a play, you go out there and we'll just throw our hands up. And he's become buddies with these guys, and it's time for Tomlin to go.
I don't know.
It's time for Tomlin to go.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know? Let me ask you a question. Do you like going to the playoffs and losing every game the first round? Do you like that? Is that Steeler football, or do you want to win championships,
I don't
Ron?
know. I haven't figured it out yet.
He hasn't decided yet.
I don't know if I want to go down to be the Cleveland Browns either.
No, you're not going to be the Cleveland Browns. You're going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers with a bad record for
just
1 or
so
2
you know,
years.
Art Rooney and his son go to kids go to school with Tomlin. There's more to that whole relationship.
Okay.
And I like
Great.
loyalty. I like loyalty.
Yeah, I do too. But at some point, you have to make decisions for the betterment of the team.
Yeah.
And every coach knows that eventually that is going to happen.
It's like cutting a girl, right? Every once in a while, you got to cut one.
You got to let them go.
To let them go to get
Gotta
a
let 'em
better
walk.
one. Even though you
One door closes, another one opens.
hopefully another door opens.
Right. There's a lot of fish in the sea, Ron.
Right, but that's kind of what I did. But now look at me. Right?
But here's the
the
question: Are you cutting them, or are they cutting you?
Well, it all depends. Sometimes I think I'm better than I am. I still think I'm a rock star.
Right.
So and that's the problem.
Okay. Is that?
I don't know. We just gotta. So I think that athletes, personal relationships are about the same. You got to treat them. You know what I mean? Like our producer over here. You know what I mean, Brent? I mean, what a great guy.
You treat him.
What a great guy.
You
He
just roll
basically
out the
said
red-
he was underpaid.
Yeah.
You said I charged you for tickets today. I heard it. I heard all this shit.
Yeah.
Right. I heard it. It's okay.
Well, how much is your time worth? Is what you've asked me.
Yeah.
I drive up here an hour.
You got a free cookie?
I got a cookie and some coffee.
Did you take the car? Did you
Huh?
take the carpool lane?
Of course.
You
Yes.
did? Oh, wow.
My time is worth something. You said, Ron.
Was there traffic today?
Not really. I just like to drive easy. I don't like fighting traffic all the time. I like staying at my
But
house.
you're-
As the older I get, I don't like going out in public. I don't like going to the games anymore. The reason I go to the games is because I have a young son.
Yeah.
And he loves being there in that environment. And the kids love, going out there and cheering. And they love experiencing those things. If it was up to me.
I'm glad at least you bring your kid there. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it's not that. Really. You got to walk up steps. Be careful. We're going up an escalator.
Hey, listen, I don't like sitting up high because that's high. I mean, that's a long way down if you fall.
So how was the club seats? Were they good?
They were great.
And you were asking, I haven't been to a game in a while. Who's sitting next to us? Bianchi or not?
No, I don't know who's sitting right next to us, but Andy, I don't know if you remember, Andy, owner of Angriel's, sits right beneath you.
Okay.
I had a lot of in common with him. We used to do stuff with the radio show.
I've been in a game in 2 years, so.
Yeah. You're not missing much. You're not missing much.
Well, I used to have, I used to
You
take the
didn't go.
rickshaw.
You were
and-
one of the guys, though, Ron.
Yeah,
You were one of the guys that didn't go to the game for the game. You went for the game for the social life.
No doubts. 100%. I agree with that. Yeah, I miss that.
Yeah.
I miss Robert Ho's 3 to
I
sit
mean,
down. or
I
anything.
think going to a game, that's probably half of why you go, really.
Well, he's talking about me going to the club after and trying to
Yeah.
have a hot tub
Well,
party
I mean,
after
make-
or something
make
like
a whole-
that.
I mean, how do you think he
Ron's
got?
making
How
a
do you
whole day out of it.
How do you think he got all these names on this list? He makes friends when he goes to these games, these big events. It's like when he goes to the Hornets, he sits on the court. Why? Because he wants to be Ron Herbert.
He's making friends.
He's making friends. He goes to the club afterwards,
Right.
the backdoor club, the
Making
backcourt
friends.
club, not the backdoor club,
Backcourt.
backcourt
Wow.
club.
Yeah, the backcourt.
Not
club.
those type of friends.
No, I think the games are. I miss the games, but yeah, I mean, I miss my tickets. I miss going, but then if you talk to some of my close friends who are on, you only went to one game a year anyhow.
Yeah.
After a while, it is like you got to get in the car, you got to park.
Ron, they've made it so easy for us on as fans to watch the game at home. I can put this 100-inch TV on. I can have all my buddies there. I can use my own bathroom.
Yeah, you were at a bar this time.
I was last night I was.
Where was it?
It's Carolina Steel.
Where's that at?
It's right there in Torrington, off of Johnston Road and 485. It's one of our bars. Jeff Reed. It's the Panthers Steelers bar. It's incredible. It's like a little old bar that it's not real.
Torrington is where again? They got to teach me.
Torrington is Ballantyne area, just outside, just on the other side of Ballantyne. It's that you're coming north, right over 485.
Okay.
Towards there's a Hickory Tavern there. Carolina Steel is there. There's a barbecue place there. Ballantyne Ridge is right next door, right
I
across
like when
the
it's
street.
all Steeler fans. I like that.
That was great. It was a great atmosphere. A lot of Steelers fans expecting to go out there and, this was going to be a not perfect game for them. And it was a 7-6 game until about, 7, 8 minutes left in the game.
Like I said, I think I think Houston should have had a home game. I think the Rams should have had a home game. It's like college football; they changed that around. I think the better record team won.
I thought the playoffs game in a whole this last weekend were as good as we've seen in a long time. They were very competitive. Right, the game last night got a little out of control.
Yeah, the interception, the fumble. And,
right, I mean, it got out of hand, and it was a 30-6 game. But like I said, it was a competitive game, 7-6, where one team makes a big play, and that's what happened. The Texans made more big plays than the Steelers.
Charlie texted me and he goes, "Aaron Rodgers' last pass was an interception." I'm like, "These guys won a lot of games."
They didn't lose that game because of Aaron Rodgers. They didn't lose that game because they lost that game because. Their defense didn't tackle well. They didn't get enough pressure, on them. And they had 3 turnovers too, right? They just made more plays. They had better receivers and more of them that made plays. They ran the ball in the second half, coming out of that halftime, right up the Steelers' gut. I mean, they ran right at them. They dissected them. What are you looking at now? Your bank statement?
No, I'm looking at. I can't read my writing again.
He writes notes and then he's like,
wanna
"What
make
did
sure
I
we
even
can
write
all-
here? I have no idea what
First
this
thing-
says."
Oh, this
Hey.
is the script for the show.
Hey,
Got
first
it.
thing we got to say, like, happy birthday to Troy. He's my
Troy who?
Troy Stafford, judge.
Okay.
Troy, 60 years old, my neighbor.
Nice.
And then Noah Lazarus.
Is he the one that has all the dirt on you?
Yeah.
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 From-
He knows all the cars.
He knows all the cars?
He knows all the cars in my driveway coming in and out. Him and Della. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, they got good dirt.
Is he still married? Is he the one that's divorced?
No, he's great, man.
Okay.
They are a great. I tell you what, they are really good people. Then Noah's birthday, he was turned double nickel, and we don't call it that, right? How many
No,
months
it's like
is that?
600 months.
He's 600 months old. Yeah, we don't really we don't want to, but it was her birthday. I kind of missed him a little bit. I'm still getting around other people. Mm-hmm. It's still challenge. I just got to watch where am I going to sit and all that with my legs and all that. So
That's hard.
try to think before I go.
Yeah.
And sometimes I got to just go.
Yeah.
This year I'm going to try to do that.
And you're getting married this year.
I'm getting married. I don't know who, but
You're getting married this year?
Well, I don't
This
know
year.
who. Yeah.
That's a game plan.
Yeah.
We just don't know to who yet.
I've already lost $1,000 2 years ago to Denny. Now I'm at 50-1, but
That you were going to be married?
well, it's probably 100-1 at the time, maybe 2,000.
Is there any prospects currently?
Everybody I see, I ask if they'll marry me. maybe I need Jess on here for a little while.
We're trying to get the word out to
Yeah.
increase the
I
odds.
swear to you should have dating advice with Ron Herbert on Table Talk.
It should be a 5-minute segment.
No, we need to have
For
a
sure.
rose ceremony one day. Like we just bring them in.
Will you accept this rose? That type of ceremony?
Yeah. It would be good. It
Yeah?
would
What do you have to offer, Ron?
be, me?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
You have a lot to offer. I just want to know what are you going to sell them on? Because you really
Lifetime shopping.
a black card.
I don't care if you worry about fucking buying a Louis
Cookies.
Vuitton
Yeah.
like other guys do.
Yeah.
Like, go do what you got to do. And be honest with you, I think I'd give them a free pass every 6 months.
Wow.
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like
A free pass to bring somebody else in, or a free pass? I mean,
what
kind
are
of
the
pass?
rules
Yeah,
here?
what are the rules?
I don't know. That would be tricky. That's called an open relationship, right?
Yeah, why not? I mean, you're the one that came up with the idea.
There you go, Jess.
We got one
We got
over here.
volunteers already.
They're going to be fighting for a week over this.
Oh, yeah. No,
Do not comment on that, please. Him and Christy be like, hey, you already say that?
Well, if she's getting the black card, hey, let's go.
I think that you have to be happy with yourself before you can really meet somebody else, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting there to where I'm,
You're figuring it out.
Health
Still.
and wealth, but I think you have to meet that right person that understands everything. And I don't know. It's been a I don't know why, but I think we take a road like we had every road you take, you could have went right. I never forget this girl at Sunset Club before I met Kelly. I never forget it. I still remember her. She is nice. I saw her at the club with 3 kids, and she goes, "Look, it's either Kelly or me." We were at Sunset Club in that little room in the back left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, gosh, yeah, I don't like ultimatums.
The VIP room back there with the closed curtains.
Yes. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Probably not the best
But I
place
met her
to make
before.
such
No,
a
no,
decision.
no. It was good. It was a talk, but I get it now. Like, I get it. But I don't know what I said. I forget. But I made right. But that road, I made a right instead of a left. And I always wonder if I'd have stayed
You
left.
weren't ready to get married back then.
No. But we had a great time. Darius Rucker played there. And
All about
Edelman
timing.
McCain and
Yeah, you were not ready to get married back then. You were still chasing. You wanted to be Playboy Ron.
Well, yeah. I mean, that wasn't it. I think I wasn't ready, but I should have been ready.
Well, one thing from a girl's perspective, all dudes suck. So if a dude has a black card, he's still gonna suck.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not about the black
and that's
card.
and that's who I'm. That's who I'm with. All dudes suck.
Yeah.
But do you have a black card or not?
No,
Right?
she
That's
said
that's coming from the
I don't
girl
think
that I'm
money,
with.
I don't think the money. I'll be honest with you. I have this every time I go down Highway 9, or used to go to Myrtle Beach, and my grandmother had a house that was $1,000 house, 105, and we all went there, and we had just as much fun at that house than in a big house. So every house is different. It all depends how you treat people and what you do with them. So you go down Highway 9, I always go, wonder what that person does in that trailer. I always wonder, like, they're living in, like, whatever those roads are. How, you know what I'm talking about, going to the beach? Whatever. I'm like, wonder what they do.
Ron, here's what I've learned. I'm in my 50s. You know,
are? I thought you were younger.
No, I look younger.
Yeah.
I walk like I'm 65.
But you won't skydive. You're kind of a wimp. I found out that today.
But here's what you learn, and you will attest to this. It's not about the things; it's about the people, right? And the people make the things better.
Yep.
Right? Things don't make people better. People make things better.
Yep.
And you can do a climbing trip up to Crowder Mountain with somebody you really like, and it doesn't cost you anything. Or you can take somebody that, you know, to the Bellagio in Vegas and be in
love
the
that.
suite and hate the person, right? I mean, the person makes the things better. It doesn't matter what you do or what you have, and you know this. I mean,
You know, the best Bellagio story, that pivoting again, was I went with Ric Flair.
to the Bellagio.
And I took him in the Bellagio, and me and Ric Flair, and he did a wrestling match. This is back in 19 whatever.
Peak Ric Flair.
And I never forget the girl I was with. We were in the back of the wrestling people, and she took a picture of The Rock on a camera, not a phone. And I'll never forget it. Like, it's one of those moments you always have top 10 moments. The security guard went up and go, "Give me that phone."
The camera.
The camera.
Right? And I'll never forget Ric Flair, because he went up to that guy and said, "Don't ever touch one of my friends, ever." To the guy, and he goes, "Got to give me that camera." Because, you know, they didn't want to know what was going on in the back.
Yeah.
But The Rock, that's when The Rock was there. But the Rick, we had a good time. Rick, you've been out with Rick before?
I have not ever been out with him personally, but I've been at places where he's been
Part
at.
of the group.
I've been
But
part of the
I'm
group.
saying,
correct.
back in the day with his son, his daughter, his son used to eat, his son, who passed away, by the way, he used to eat, at 12 years old, I was a chef. He used to eat steak and lobster at 12. And you know what I mean? I always
I know.
thought, like,
I know exactly. I mean, I remember where he lived over there in Piper Glen.
So what I just think that moment at the Bellagio with him, like, is one of those, and I agreed, it all depends who you're with. Like, how people impact you,
Yeah.
you know, so
So you haven't found the right person yet.
well, I haven't been actively looking. I think you have to look to really want, you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
not always. Sometimes it just happens. But you have to go to. I mean, you can't sit at home and expect the person to fall in your lap.
I own a restaurant.
Okay, there you're
Yeah.
perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
They come here.
They come to you.
Yep.
And I have a table talk. I mean, we got at least 1,000 people watching today.
Perfect. Ron's looking.
Yeah, Ron's looking, but I'm not really. I don't know.
See, he's afraid. See, I've known him for 30 years, at least.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's always been hesitant, is probably the best word, to say that he's taken, to say that he's in a relationship. He's always been hesitant because he's always waiting for that next
The
best
next one.
thing.
Right.
Yep.
That's who you are.
But right now, I would take anything.
And you can't also be that desperate
I'll
either.
tell you another story. We almost got to go. We don't. But Chad O.J., remember him? He played for the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
He was a pitcher.
Uh-huh.
And this is back in 19 whatever it was. And we were at Amos's, and Darius Rucker was playing. Back when Darius was nobody.
I remember.
And Amos is on Park Road.
Yep.
And
So there's an ABC store there now.
Chad pitched
Yeah.
in the World Series. Chad was playing. That's when they had the AAA team. Jim Thome played, Manny Ramirez, all those guys. We went over there and like, man, Chad, that girl, I don't know. He goes, for you. And he goes, Ron, you got to start somewhere. That's your problem. Right. I start wherever it takes.
That's right.
If they're nice to me, I like them. And I said, that's your problem. I said, yeah, that back in the day, I agree. I was looking on top of the ladder instead of all the ladder. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you can't look at the top of the ladder.
But you've always looked at the top of the ladder.
Yeah, that's a problem.
You shoot high. You shoot for the stars.
But maybe that's good or bad.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Somebody's going to be out there.
But you would rather go 3 and 14, so I don't know. Then you would go 10 and 7.
That is definitely not the top of the ladder.
I'm just saying, he's a guy that's 3 and 14, and hopefully he gets the picks.
Yeah,
Instead of my team goes 10 and 7, we're winning.
I'm going to get some hits down there at the top of the ladder. You're striking out, bud.
Well, we're playing some better stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've seen,
He wants a 5th-round pick and hope they work up the ladder.
I lived through Alex and.
I have a first rounder now, so I found my first rounder.
Yeah, you got a first rounder,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. If you get that black card, you'll be real good.
Yeah, now I just need the black card. I got the first rounder, now I just need the black card.
Well, I want to know if you're going to go up to the Crowder. You two going to go to Crowder's Mountain?
Oh.
I want to take a picture of it.
I'm not hiking anymore. I've done my hiking.
Hiking days are over.
My hiking days are over. I'll take a scooter up there. I'll take a donkey. I'll ride a donkey up to the Crowder's Mountain.
I know. What would you do?
What would be the one thing that I would do that would
for your son?
Oh, for my son? I'd do anything for my son.
All right.
I mean, I've gone. So the thing that I've done that I was a little nervous about. I also don't like confined spaces. And we went to Tennessee, and there's one of those little adventure things that you go on, and you get inside this bubble, this ball, and they roll you down a hill, and you're bouncing all over the damn place. And there's water in this, right? And I did that for my son. I did that because I didn't want to do it. Didn't really have any fear for doing it.
Would you sled with your son?
Sled? Yeah.
Would you go on a sled and go down a hill?
Of course. That's not Daredevil.
You to work a little bit harder. What do you do now?
Yeah, can you get us a
work
black?
at all?
Can you get us a black card, please?
Do you work at all?
Do I work at all? Yeah, I work every day.
What do you do? Tell us.
I try to manage this.
Oh, yeah, I can see that's a problem. But besides that, you have some card, don't you have a card? You do?
Yeah, I'm a part owner of some restaurants, Mothers. Hang out, run my kids around.
Oh, do you take your kid to school?
Yeah.
What time?
He doesn't start till late, so we leave the house at like 8:55. They don't start till 9:15, but they don't get out till like 4:30. And then the school right next to us, they start at like 8 o'clock, right? And they make it so difficult for parents to. If you have multiple kids, to get these kids in and out, especially if we don't take the bus. So
right, but a lot of
drive
people
them.
don't now, right? I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people do.
I took the bus when I was a kid. I had no problem with the bus. I mean, I drove too when I got a car.
I walked. I lived, my school, they didn't have a bus that came down to, I'm from Phoenix, and we lived about 2 miles away from the school, from the high school. I lived right across the street from the elementary school, but in order to get to the high school, it's about mile and a half, a little over a mile and a half, and I had to walk every day.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same.
Yeah, we didn't have people. We didn't have parents that would give us rides. We didn't have buses that would come down. You walked.
Well, I mean, how far was it?
And a mile and a half.
Okay, well, okay. Well,
I mean, can you imagine? Parents would no way would allow their schools don't allow kids to even walk to a parking lot anymore.
yeah.
Well, Phoenix is still a little different because you can ride in the back of a truck.
Yeah.
And
You're not allowed anywhere else?
Most states, no.
No, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
You have to have a seatbelt on, unless there's a seatbelt in the back of your truck.
In most other places, Phoenix, you don't have to have
No, we
that.
used to win Dairy Queen. We win
no,
a baseball
back-
game, and we
back-
got in the back of the truck and went to Dairy Queen.
I rode in my back of my dad's truck, and he had a camper on it. We had to crawl through the window. We had a little bed back there.
Yeah.
We'd all lay across the bed and put our heads out the front.
The windows were up and they were smoking.
Yeah. Right.
We grew up different.
Yeah. But thankfully, my parents didn't smoke. That gave me a headache. But yeah, I mean, we didn't have seatbelts back then.
Yeah, you had seatbelts.
Well, we had them, but we didn't use them. It
Right.
wasn't mandatory back then.
Yeah.
Not in Arizona. Maybe in other places. Sometimes, I mean, I wear a seatbelt now because I'm tired of my car beeping at me.
Well, I want to talk about this truck thing. So, are you saying that, for real? I did not know this. If all of a sudden Charlie comes with his pickup truck and says, "Ron,"
To pick up a tree.
or anything, and I says, "Hey guys, get in the back of the truck." It'd be
Yep.
hard for me to do. I couldn't sit in the back of the truck.
You could, but you're risking getting a ticket.
Wow.
Police officers are going to probably give you a little grace as long as you're not going on a highway and going 150 miles an hour. If you're just sitting there, just kind of chilling, they're probably not. They'll probably just let you pass. That's up to the discretion. You're putting yourself at risk, though.
Hey, I did tell you about
And that's here. In other states, you instantly probably would be pulled
I
over.
tell you, I brought my friend, and we don't want to say who, the Christmas tree. And you're supposed to put it on cement blocks. Speaking of trucks, they
So,
didn't put it-
someone wanted hit Ron's Christmas tree
Yeah.
when he was done with it to go and put in the lake to help lure fish
Yeah, that's
to
what they do.
live.
Would you have
in-
food on your tree or something?
No, that's what they do because
like to make a house.
Oh,
out of it, to where
harbor. They want to. Yeah, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so they put it in the lake and it floated away
Uh-huh.
because they didn't put cement blocks on it. But then it came back.
By the tree came back.
But I'm
by
thinking
itself.
about a pickup truck. I wonder if it's legal to have a tree in the back of a truck.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
I'm just
Where else you
joking.
can put?
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking, but I'm trying to imagine. Like, I think me, you, and Brent should do a table talk show from a back of a pickup truck, driving around to see if we get fucking picked up.
That sounds amazing.
We'll have Jess.
Who's driving?
Jess going to drive the truck,
Oh.
and we're going to drive the truck around with a podcast to see if we get picked up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be great.
You think that'll happen?
No.
Never.
I don't think so
No.
either.
No. We are
Do
going
we
to do
want
it.
that to happen?
No.
And it's Brent's birthday next weekend, but we are going to do it at South Park one day. The show that'd be a good one.
Well, what happened to the ice rink out there?
We waited too long.
We
Oh, is it
waited.
closed?
Yeah, they're taking it down today. Actually.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I wish we had a good ice skating thing.
Did a lot of people do that? I remember that's
Yeah,
where we
there
did
were
one
a
of
lot
our
of
shows last year.
Yeah, no, that actually had.
They do a good
great
job
little
with
turnout.
that. I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of kids. I mean, you're amazed how many. And just so you know, if you're listening and you ever go, don't make it excessive, but I have some complimentary passes next year. I think it's $40, but I can give you some passes. Will you let him?
Ice skate.
Is he yeah, if he wants to try. I mean, I let him try anything he wants.
Right,
For the
okay,
most
you don't
part,
care.
that's safe.
But I didn't
I'm
know.
not gonna let
It
him
seems
try
like
driving.
if you don't like it, you'll let him do it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not skating.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not skating. I've never liked skating. I don't like roller skating. I don't like skateboarding. Like I said, I like having my feet on the ground.
I'm surprised.
No wheels.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. This is it. High State is playing Miami in the national championship.
No.
No.
Indiana, excuse me.
Indiana.
What do you think?
I think Indiana is the best team we've seen in probably since LSU. All right, they're well coached. They have a great quarterback. They don't get nearly enough credit on the defensive side for how good they are. They fly to the football. I want you to watch that game, and you watch the person that they're tackling, and you look at the screen. They're going to have 8 to 9 guys in that screen. They all get to the football. They all play hard. Signetti recruits guys that may not be the 5-star guys, but they're going to give 110% effort 110% of the time, and that's why you know what he's and I'm not to take any credit away from them because they're still good athletes, but they're not the school or the state's best athlete going to Indiana. He's found a system in place that he uses, and he just wins. He just wins everywhere he goes. He was at Elon, he won. When he went to the junior college, he won. He won. He coached under Saban. They won there. He just understands.
What about Miami, though? They have Carson Beck. They have a
Miami's very good.
You won a national championship or not?
I did.
You won a national championship. So when you won a national in college football, who did you play?
We didn't play. It wasn't like that back. They voted.
Oh, they voted.
They voted.
You
Then
were-
they came in the system where
Who was your last game? Rose Bowl.
Rose Bowl against Michigan.
And you beat them, and they anointed you the national champion.
Well, we shared with the Miami. We're both undefeated.
Okay.
So we had a co-national championship in 1991.
did you get a ring?
I did.
So everybody got a ring.
Well,
what do you think?
only the champ. Yeah, I mean,
But
Everyone on your team.
Everybody in the
Everyone on your
world. Everybody in the world thinks Indiana's going to blow them out.
I don't know if they're going to blow them out. I think Miami plays the style of football that'll keep the game a little closer. But they're going to give them all they can handle up front. Miami's defensive line is incredible. They have an athlete, a freshman, that might be the best athlete on the field that we've seen since a guy like Tyreek Hill in his prime. I mean, this guy just catches.
Tony.
Yeah, Tony. He just catches the ball.
Right.
He made a catch the other day that was as incredible, as good a catch as you're ever going to see. He didn't get his feet in bounds, but he almost did. And they just throw those little tunnel screens to
and I think
him.
Miami, I mean, with every game, I think they're getting better.
Yeah.
So
No, he's a Miami fan.
I am a
so-
Miami fan now.
Well, I think the challenge is going to be is if Carson Beck doesn't turn the ball over.
Right,
because,
he does like to do that.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to try to make. Sometimes he's going to try to do too much. That's his knock. Fernando Mendoza on the other side, I think he has 5 incompletions and 10 touchdowns. You understand that? 5? He's only, in the last 2 games, he has 5 incompletions with 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, those guys catch the ball too, man.
I mean, but he's just not making mistakes, and he's playing at a high level. And just Indiana, they have never won a national championship in football, right? And they were, before this year, the worst FBS program winning percentage in college football history.
Well, I went to school in Indiana for a year, and that year I scalped tickets. And football was not our, you give them away. But basketball,
of course, Bobby Knight.
Right. I was the guy moving
Yeah, that was
tickets around.
basketball was the history of that school for forever.
That's right.
We won the national championship in 1981, but that student ticket, I would give them like $100 for a student ticket, and you would sell it. But football,
couldn't give them away.
No.
Remember, nobody go to the game.
I can't even remember a player from Indiana.
Right. I don't know one that
You wanted to put them on the schedule.
Right. They were the homecoming game.
What I was surprised about the Big Ten, if you look at Ohio State and Indiana, they are playing Rutgers. Some of these teams are favored like 30. Do you think that hurts when you played college? Do you think that hurts when you play?
Well, I mean,
even like the Steelers this year, the division wasn't as good. Do you think that affects the whole? Like if Miami's playing ACC, but they're really playing good because of coaching, I think. But does it matter they're playing against North Carolina and people like that?
No, of course. I mean, those schools are going to matter, and does it help them or hurt them if they're playing a smaller school and they beat them by 50? Yeah, I mean, strength of schedule is going to matter to some degree. Conference schedule matters. Those things matter a little bit. But now they have so many games and the conference championship where they can determine those things. It's hurting Notre Dame more than anybody else not being in the conference. Notre Dame, that's the reason why they didn't make it this year.
And Notre Dame was 7-1 to win the national championship. That's how good they were, and they didn't get in.
Well, they lost to Miami the very first game, and and Miami had a couple bad losses along the way. I mean, when I say bad losses, they lost to teams within their conference. I think SMU and maybe Louisville, I think, are the 2 losses that they have right off the top of my head, and that hurt them, but. The committee at the very end, they rewarded them for being in the conference.
Plus, they won. They beat the team,
and they beat them heads up.
Well,
right?
they
and
need to fix where
up.
James. Like in the call it March Madness, they have the 66, 67 team. They play each other, but
the piggyback game is what they call that. The game to get into the.
They probably can't do that in football. But
No, because it's too many games. It's too many games, and 16 games is probably what it's going. 16 teams. Is what it's probably going to go to. When you look at these teams that had buys over the last 2 years, the conference champs, the number 1 seed to the 4 seed, they've went 1-7. The only team that has won coming off of a bye is Indiana. Wow. Every other first-round team that had a bye lost. Every other team, Ohio State included.
But that was kind of deceiving because James Madison and them had a
1-7.
But the first 4 games, that was kind of deceiving because they were good teams.
No, but those teams didn't have buys. So Miami played JMU or whatever.
Last year.
No, this year. The 4 teams that had buys this year
went 1-3.
Went 1-3. And last year they went 0-4.
But last year it was a different setup. So this year would be true.
Yeah, I mean last year was a little bit different setup because you only had last year the same. This year the same.
Rose Bowl. So when you have to wait 5 weeks to play,
right?
What did you do that 5 weeks?
Oh, you practiced
every day.
You practiced
Did you have
most
more
par-
film on people? Did you have
Of
to
course,
watch?
yeah. I mean, but you don't even know you're playing until like the week before.
So if you're a center, you were you were watching film of the defensive lineman, or do you?
We didn't know who we were playing. We didn't know. Back then we did know because we knew that we were going to face Michigan in the Rose Bowl. Now, if you have one of those 5-week periods, we don't know if we're going to play SMU or Miami. We don't know if we're going to play Ohio State or Oregon. We don't know until the week before who we're going to play. So
you don't have time.
you're just basically self-preparing, scouting yourself and practicing just to practice.
Yeah,
you don't really have a team that you're focused on beating. You don't have a team that you're going to say, this is their best plays, let's take those away, right? You're just out there practicing. So that hurts these teams, having that type of layoff, because it's really hard to coach these athletes when you're really don't know who you're going to play.
Right.
So that's hurt these guys.
Right. I agree. You lived it. You went through it. You won national championships. So.
Yeah.
You didn't know that, Ron?
Well, I thought, but you were now I have to co-champion.
Well, I mean,
Kind of like my golf game with you.
You got downgraded.
I got downgraded.
Right.
My national champ's only half as good now.
Right.
You're almost as good as
I don't
that
know if you
producer.
can say you won a national champion. You won half of it. Like, does this ring have half?
No.
Can you wear it one time? Or you still have it?
Yeah, I have it. I don't wear it very often.
Can you wear it up here one time?
Of course.
I'd love to see it.
I'll sell it to you.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit. I mean, I've been going to a club lately.
I know.
You know what I have been doing?
Put it on your chain. Put it on your neck.
There you go.
Buying these baseball cards or football cards or whatever we're doing lately. That's our newest
Oh, you're buying these
Venture?
cards?
Hobby Lobby cards.
Oh, my gosh. How did that go the other night at the party when you bought all of Denny's collector's cards? Or those were
gift cards.
Those were gift cards. Those weren't collector's
Well,
cards.
Charlie's got 7 Frankie cards. I have 5 like.
Couple
it
of Bed
didn't
Bath
go
and
well.
Beyonds.
I'm
No,
trying
it
to
didn't.
figure that out. It wasn't really
It
that
did
well,
not
but
go
it was
well.
fun.
It was fun.
How many gift cards you haven't used, you think, in your house?
50, 60?
Oh, well, let's bring them on the show one day. I'll buy them. What do you think? What do you think they are? What's the least
Well,
amount?
a couple of them are the Red Rocks.
There you go. Can I buy them from you? Like, can we have a? I mean, do you want to bring them in and I'll?
I have them in the car. They just sit there in an envelope.
They do.
I actually have a big portfolio folder that I have them all stacked
That's
in.
what Denny
They're
had.
probably all expired.
But why don't you use Red Rocks while you're here?
Well, because I just come here and I like to pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I enjoy paying. I want to help my buddy out. I do these things for you, Ron.
There you go.
I know. It's funny about the national champion. It's his birthday. So I'm trying to think, can I go to the game? And my friend lives down there. She wants to go.
The game's in Miami. So
Yeah,
Orangeville.
I'm like, and it's like,
And he's a
already
fan.
gonna be
well,
down
they don't
there,
have
so-
they don't have any upgraded seats for my level, which means,
Yeah.
ADA, whatever.
Yeah.
So he's
But-
thinking he needs to be on the field,
Right.
Perfect.
So-
and then he'll
You and
go-
Michael Irvin.
Yeah, I'd take my belt off. I'd slap that guy.
You got to be careful.
Well, no, when you're Bank America, after a call like that, you want to slap anybody
Yeah,
you can
right.
see. Remember, my start of my day was with Bank America.
Yeah, I remember
2
that.
hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. I could show you. But, yeah, so you're ready. You're ready to slap anybody with that belt. And that Gatorade bottle,
I
we
know.
bought. It was his birthday. I'm thinking, maybe we'll go to the game. There's $6,000 a ticket.
I think this might be the longest
they're a little
podcast
much.
in the history of podcasts.
But I might go, just so you know. Yeah, we done. I just had so much fun. I'm trying to get like a therapy. It's like therapy.
This is your
need
therapy?
I don't talk to anybody. I
He's
go to
not
Red
ready
Rock.
for the therapy session.
I go to
end.
my house, Red Rocks. My house, Red Rock. Hope somebody stopped. Nate did last night. And by the way, Nate, 2-plate Nate.
2-plate.
He eats a lot, man. I think he brought 10 tacos, 3 Mexican pizzas. Like, I'm telling you, like, I went to the bathroom immediately after. It was bad. I haven't eaten tacos.
Are you
like
okay?
that. Well, I guess we'll sign off.
He's getting delirious over
let's-
here.
Know what he's
Let's
doing?
end it at that.
The toll road is a lot more as it goes along. It just went to $5. Jess is over there texting like, is it ever going to be over?
Let's get the hell out of here.
Well, she bragged of, we'll just be here a half hour, I swear. Well, I appreciate the 1,000 people that tuned in today.
Yeah, we all
Well,
appreciate you.
We do need a sponsor, so if
bring him on.
you're ever willing, but Maybe put like a little tag down.
I don't think Bank of America is going to want to sponsor this after.
No, but hopefully they'll give if they give my money, I'll report by AT&T. We're still
You give them a good rating.
I want to give them a good rating if they give them. I agree with you. It's $2,000. If a write-off situation, I'll get $1,200 because people don't realize 40% of that you get back. So it's more principle that I want to know who cashed that damn check. Mm-hmm. It's more principle. So it's a principle thing.
Tune in next week to find out where we are.
I am looking forward to
Adventures of Ron's check.
You're going to search this thing out. You're definitely going to find this. We can hire an investigative team.
No, I'm going to get the check. I'm going to figure it out. Like, I already can figure it out. But I hate when they say they upgrade because they upgrade it. Like, even with Shift 4, we're having a problem with them. I never hear from them. I'm going to have to call them today.
We're getting them riled up again.
Yeah.
I know.
That's another problem that we have. But
We're gonna solve these problems the next podcast.
yeah, well,
One at a time.
Well, maybe Brent. We think Brent got a good clip today or not? You think we can get one out?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. No, for sure.
I mean, it's your birthday week. We don't want you to work too hard.
No. Yeah, we're gonna.
How many months are you?
660.
So you're 660 months old. That's awesome.
No, less.
Well, you can't tell.
Less than that.
I'm trying to do math.
Yeah, it's not that. It's 624.
So he's 624 months old. 52, Frank, so you know.
Mathematician over here.
Yeah, but 624.
24.
So, Jess, we do it by months now. So we don't
You
do.
still get laid when you say I'm 624 months?
Huh?
She said you still get laid?
I would say not generally a line that I would suggest works for anybody whatsoever.
Well, my family invented gummy bears.
Now, Ron, hi, nice to meet you. I'm 640 months old.
Will you go home with
Hi,
me?
Methuselah.
The difference between 624 months when I tell my family invented gummy bears and I'm worth 624 million, that changes the whole perspective.
That's a much better line.
Yeah, I suggest that one.
I'm worth 624 million and I'm 600 months old.
Oh, perfect. How do I sign up for this?
Sign up?
And I have a black card.
Oh, well, we better sign off before we say the wrong thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Okay,
Thanks,
here we
guys.
go.
Thank you.
Wait, we going to do the...
We're going to do music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we
I
go.
can work the one button.
Oh, well. Jess is like, are we getting out of here?
I have things to do.
It's the longest
My wine
podcast.
glass
She works for Bank of America,
I'll
too,
be
by the way.
honest.
Now he brings that
This is
up.
the longest podcast we ever did.
Ron, it's another fantastic evening at Red Rocks. I love coming to your restaurant. The friendly service, the atmosphere, this place has it all.
Well, we have something for everyone, Mike. We can have a steak, we can have pasta, we have seafood, we have a kids menu. We have everything you need.
Well, thanks, Ron. Really appreciate you.
Red Rocks Cafe, newly renovated, your complete dining experience.
Hey, Austin.
Hey guys, mind if I sit with you?
Absolutely.
What should I do with this?
Put it over there by my two.